Hi, Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Nur Nabila from Mahsa University. So this is the final year project that has been done by your ITM student assisted by me when I further my study in your ITM Shah Alam last year. The project was funded under Bestari Perdana Grant led by Prof. IR Dr. Habibah Hashim, and the title of the project is the development of web-based smart security door using a quick response code system. To begin with, an electronic door lock is a security device which operates through the electric current. Recently, the keyless electronic door locks have become one of the most popular security systems that are being installed in many residence and business places as well as a classroom university. The key characteristics behind such system lies on the reliability in which the authorized individual can obtain permission to access the doors throughout a secure system that has an interactive interface such as using the fingerprint or using the designated password to enter it. The security vulnerability is mainly caused by the case of mechanical lock, often lost, copied, or being stolen. To overcome these problems, the keyless door lock systems have been introduced, but the technology also has several security issues. For example, an intruder can copy the access code or password to access the door. Therefore, this work has proposed the development of a secure door lock system by using quick response QR technology integrated with the Raspberry Pi processor for accessing the university laboratory. Okay, for problem statement, in high institution, securing the classroom or laboratory has become one of the concerning issues facing by many facilities department. When the lecturers are educators, when the lecturers and also educators are not around and the students need to do the self-learning, the activity in the classroom needs to be monitored. In order to prevent illegal activities such as the burglary and misuse of the equipment inside the class, it is necessary to observe who have access into the classroom at a specific time. For this matter, a smart security door system by using the QR code technology has been proposed to strengthen the security control. This study is aimed to develop a web-based security door using QR code system for the university laboratory where at the same time the authorized person can perform access monitoring the students' attendance. The data login system is developed to monitor the ingoing and outgoing activities when accessing the security door from the web-based website server. To test the system functionality, the number of students and also staffs accessing the room during working hours were also recorded. Okay, for literature review, securing the keyless door system is very important in order to avoid any intruder access the room without being monitored by the authorized person. Furthermore, it is also to avoid any unwanted cases such as equipment being stolen in the laboratory or classroom. According to the previous work by Farouk, a secure access control system based on the RFID radio frequency identifier technology has been developed that use the RFID tag as the access system. However, the downside of this project is that if the person lost the RFID tag, the cost to create another tag was more expensive and it was less financial friendly. Compared to our proposed project that implement QR code, it is much more accessible and affordable, and it can print on any surface, while RFID need a specialized code to generate the code intact. In the related work by Wei et al., the author has developed a QR-based attendance management system for recording the students' attendance daily. The author claimed that the QR implementation was user-friendly and cost-effective because it didn't require paperwork. In other related work by K. Rajesh et al., a unique QR code was allotted at the parking slot for the purpose of tracing the vehicle location efficiently by using quicksort algorithm. The author has also said that most companies prefer to provide higher, more cost-effective service. Hence, the QR system is considered as one of the best solutions. Apart from tracking the presence of the people and also the object, QR system has also been used for sharing personal confidential information, as mentioned in the paper by Salahuddin et al. A secure QR code SQRC system was developed for sharing personal information by the use of cryptographic algorithm known as RSA, reverse Shamir algorithm, reverse Shamir and Edelman algorithm. So this system can be applied to a range of real-world applications that involve sensitive information sharing. Above all, it can be seen that the popularity of QR code is because of its cost-effective, high data capacity, user-friendly, and also fast decoding. Okay. Next, I would like to explain about the proposed system. The flowchart shown in the slide describe the workflow of the system operation. To begin with, the student who wants to enter the library would firstly register his or her name for record, then he or she will be given a QR code to access inside the lab. In order to open the door, the student will scan his or her card, which has been embedded with QR code to the QR scanner. Upon receiving the information, the system will check in the database whether the data obtained is matched with the stored information in the user list table. If the data match, the camera will capture the user's image and the door will open. The data of the image and the registered student's information will be sent to the access log table in the database. And if it does not match, the door will not open and the user must scan again the card for re-authentication. After 3 unsuccessful attempts, a buzzer will ring to indicate that the user gets no access to enter the lab. The proposed system consists of a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus as microcontroller, a solenoid electromagnetic lock as an output, a QR scanner, Pi camera for input, and also the relay module as switch. The figure shows the block diagram of the system, which used the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus as the main microcontroller. On the top side of the block diagram, it indicates the input of this system, which are the QR scanner and also the camera. The bottom side of the block diagram shows the output, which are the electromagnetic lock and also the database table. The electromagnetic lock is used to open and close the door. The input and output are connected to the Raspberry Pi. And the operation is programmed using Raspbian operating system. The QR scanner will detect the QR card from the user. and the lock will open if the data inside the QR card has been read by the QR scanner. The data and image captured by the Pi camera is collected through the process and being sent to the database, namely PHP MyAdmin, through the local internet provided by the Raspberry Pi to be recorded. The development of the smart access door system comprised of the embedded devices such as the QR scanner and also the Pi camera to strengthen the security system. The QR scanner and also the Pi camera were placed in front of the door while the Raspberry Pi, the power supply and also the manual switch were attached at the back of the door. For data collection, the performance analysis was conducted to evaluate the voltage needed and the power consumption for the system. The graph and also the table in the slide show the voltage needed by electromagnetic lock to operate, which was measured by using multimeter. The electromagnetic lock was connected to normally open relay, which means that the electromagnetic lock was currently in open circuit and no voltage would pass through the relay. When the user attached his or her QR card to the QR scanner, the relay would change its pole from normally open to normally closed. Therefore, the 12 volt from power supply would pass through the relay and the electromagnetic lock um, would operate to open the door. Based on the system that was developed, the door would open for 5 seconds before it is closed, which meant that the 12 volt was continuously flow through the electromagnetic lock for 5 seconds before it was changed back to the open circuit. And if the user did not close the door for 5 seconds, the electromagnetic lock would be in a closed state and the door would close after the user released the door handle. The next result is on the power consumption. So the graph shows the measurement of current and voltage produced when executing the electromagnetic lock. This value was obtained by measuring the circuit using the digital multimeter. And based on the graph, it shows that the electromagnetic door lock needs 12 volt and also 2.1 ampere current in order to operate. Hence, the power consumption when accessing the door can be calculated by using the watts power law formula, which is P equal to VI. And from the equation, it is found that the electrical power consumption for electromagnetic lock to operate is 14.7 watt. Next, this figure shows the main page of the local host that generate the QR code and gathered the information of students who registered their IDs before obtaining the QR code. Also, the list of persons who access into the laboratory. Apart from that, the image that were being captured when the student or staffs wanted to access the lab would also be stored in the access log table in the local host along with other informations such as the date and time. Meanwhile, the graph shows the number of users who have access to open the door for every 1 hour interval respectively in the laboratory. The result was recorded for the whole one day. It is observed that the time between 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. has the highest peak of user who entered the lab, which was 8 users. 8 users. This is due to there were classes being conducted in the lab and the students that entered the lab used the room for final year project purpose. On the other hand, the graph has slightly decreased from 1 p.m. until 6 p.m. due to the fact that there were less classes in evening session compared to the morning session and the lab was closed for students after 5 p.m. The next figure, the next graph shows the number of users that enter the lab, including the students and also staffs for one consecutive week. By observing the bar chart, the students were more dominant to use the lab, which is 74% compared to the staffs, which is only 26%. The reason is that the students access the lab to use the lab equipment for final year project purpose. Meanwhile, for staff, the small amount of them was because they use the lab for monitoring the students inside the lab during the lab session only. Okay, this is the result is based on the observation by the student. In conclusion, this study has enabled the student to figure out how to develop the software and hardware input and output interface using several equipment such as a Raspberry Pi, QR code system, the relay and also the Pi camera. The hardware part has been successfully done to perform the desired function by mainly reading the QR code by the scanner and capturing the image using the Pi camera. The power consumption when executing the door lock system using QR was observed, which is 14.7 watts. For software part, the user information when they registered was stored in local host database for record. When the user wanted to access the lab, he or she would scan the QR code and their information would be checked from the database. This study has shown that the utilization of database server is more convenient and user-friendly as data loss can be monitored through the server compared to the conventional method, which was done by taking the information manually using the logbook. The outcome of the project has fulfilled the objective where the Raspberry Pi device integrated with QR system has been implemented for the smart door security system. The functionality of the development was also tested by recording the number of staffs and students accessing the room. This work is a preliminary work to test the functionality of the web-based a smart door lock system to allow access to the laboratory. In the future, the sensitivity and error produced when using the QR system will be evaluated to further identify the effectiveness of the development. Besides, the security of the system needs to be checked in order to ensure the information stored in the database will be protected. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.